Mix 104.1 WCLE, and we're also on WCLE AM this morning for this special interview. Yesterday morning, around 10 o'clock, I received a phone call from Bradley County Sheriff Tim Gobble informing me and wanting me to inform the community that he is going to run and be a candidate for the 3rd Congressional District of Congress, U.S. House of Representatives, currently and long time held by Zach Wamp, who decided to run for governor in 2010. Sheriff Gobble joins us this morning. Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning, Steve. And the reason I called you, you're the most important voice, and we wanted to get that out there. Mix 104.1, you guys go everywhere, actually all over the world right now. You're streaming, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are.
And congratulations, too, to Corey Buffington, you mentioned, serving in Iraq. We appreciate his service there, and I understand they're listening as well. They're listening
in their unit over there this morning, Sheriff. First of all, thank you for joining us this morning. Why, I guess, is the first question, do you want to run for Congress?
Well, Steve, people in our community, really all over the nation, are struggling to earn a decent living. They're concerned about how they're going to pay for their children's education. They're concerned about how they are going to afford health care in the future, and concerned about issues of national security and terrorism. I feel like that my background is suited for this position, and I think I can serve well. I believe in freedom. I believe in strong families, limited government, low taxes, and jobs and opportunity, and I feel like I can serve well in this position. So we've begun the campaign, and hopefully we will begin to build momentum as we go forward. There's still a lot of time, but in a congressional race, serving all or part of 11 counties, a large population, and being an open seat, it's about time to get started.
Joined by Sheriff Tim Gobble live this morning, and you can also watch this at mymix1041.com later this morning on Mix TV. Sheriff, the comment I got yesterday, and we made the announcement around 10 o'clock after you called us, and that is you just became sheriff.
About 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago.
Why now?
Well, my original plan and intent was to run for re-election for sheriff and continue to serve there. I love being sheriff. I feel like we've made a lot of progress. We've moved law enforcement forward in this community. We've reduced crime in many areas. We've have a crime clearance rate that is 17% above the national average, something to be very proud of. Our response times are great, and I've got a lot of good folks over there and a lot of good help. They make me look good, really, and I appreciate them. I love them. I told them yesterday what my plans were. That changed, however. My plans to run for re-election changed after Zach Wamp made his announcement that he was running for governor and would not be running for Congress. Congressional seats don't come open very often. Incumbent congressmen have a 98% reelection rate statistically across the country. When there is an open seat, if you have an interest and feel like you can serve well and have something to offer and are willing to listen to others, that is the time to run for congressional seats. And by it coming open, I felt like it was time to. You cannot win if you don't run. You've got to run in order to have an opportunity to win and serve. And I hope people will recognize that we need a strong voice for them, somebody that will fight for them in Washington. And I feel like that my record and my background shows that I support people and that I fight for people, and I think I can do a good job there.
Joined by Bradley County Sheriff Tim Gobble, who made the announcement on Thursday that he is going to run for the 3rd Congressional seat for the U.S. Congress, currently held by Zach Wamp. Let me tell you, I had a conversation with a lot of people about this. This is obviously a real topic of conversation right now. One of the political pundits, I guess, I'm not going to name him, but a guy that's been around a long time. He said to me, he said, I want you to talk to Tim tomorrow morning, and or maybe phrase it this way. Okay, this seat, if you look at the history of it, you look back to Mark Lloyd, you look at Marilyn Lloyd, you look at Zach Wamp. This seat is heavily a Chattanooga area dominated seat as far as the candidate or the elected, the folks that we've elected to fill this seat. How do you plan, coming from Bradley County, how do you plan to tackle this wide area? You've acknowledged it's a very wide area.
It is, and every resident in the district is important. They deserve equal representation. I don't think that a representative necessarily has to come from Hamilton County. I think Hamilton County is a part of the district just like Claiborne County and Granger County and Anderson County. Jefferson, Union, right on down the line, Ray, Meigs, Polk, Bradley, and so it's very important that we have somebody that's familiar with all the district. And I, being from East Tennessee, growing up here, spending my youth and a large part of my adult life in this area, all the way from here up to Knoxville and beyond, I think that I can represent the district very well and familiar with it and all parts of it, including Chattanooga. I worked in Chattanooga for 4 years with the U.S. Secret Service in the office there. I was with the Secret Service for 15 years, but I'm very familiar with the area, and I love seeing those See Rock City signs and See Ruby Falls signs all across the South, and that's just part of our heritage here.
We don't have a lot of time to get into the specific issues that you will tackle, but go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, for that, you can go to our website, timgobble.com. It's up and running. All the particular issues that and where I stand on the issues that I think that are important to people at this time are listed there. You can read them. And, of course, I'll be speaking a lot about the issues in the days ahead.
Absolutely, and we do want to point that out. TimGobble.com is now up and running. Sheriff, I do want to ask you about one issue, and that is the issue that's on everyone's mind, the economy. We are in an area here in Bradley County that is poised for growth from the announcement of Volkswagen coming what might be an 8 to 10 minute car ride from from Cleveland. We're in an area that we now have the potential of $1 billion industry coming to Bradley County. Sources tell me in WCLE News that is almost a done deal. How, as a congressman, as a person who is running for this seat, first of all, how will you position yourselves, the issues of the economy?
Well, I'm very optimistic about the future in that regard. The Volkswagen announcement, the announcement that's going to come up north, the technology corridor from Huntsville to Oak Ridge, what the Department of Energy is doing in Oak Ridge, what NASA's doing in Huntsville, areas in between. This area is well positioned to be a leader in infrastructure, planning, good urban planning, technology, aerospace, automotive industries, all in this area, and I want to help promote that and support that and build upon that. I think that's one thing that Zach Wamp has done very well and has helped promote this technology corridor concept, and I certainly agree with that and will help promote that. I have a record of supporting community and economic development from my days on the Cleveland City Council, and I think I can carry that forward. One of the things that we need to do to encourage investment and job opportunities is keep our taxes low. I think by and offering incentives for corporations to locate in this area, like has been done with Volkswagen, like is being done with hopefully the good announcement coming up in Bradley County and others, and I think we need to do that. We need to keep bureaucracy and needless government regulation and interference to a minimum so that it doesn't discourage investment but promotes investment. So those things I think I can stand for and work for and help promote our entire area as a place to do business.
All right, final question. Will you endorse a candidate for the office that you hold now?
Well,
Sheriff.
I don't know who all might be interested. I think that we've got a number of people that would be interested in the job. There are many capable people. I feel like that we've got the ship pointed in the right direction at the sheriff's office. We're moving forward. We've made great advances, and I guess my hope would be that somebody in our current command staff that is interested in the job would step forward and take the reins and continue that forward progress in accreditation in a lot of areas that we've made progress in. But I don't know who's interested, so I couldn't endorse anybody at this point. We'll just have to wait and see it. And it's possible that I might, but at this point I don't know.
Okay. Well, again, Bradley County Sheriff Tim Gobble has joined us this morning. I really appreciate you choosing us to come on and talk about this first, and also for calling me yesterday and letting me know that about your plans, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me, and I'll be in touch.
All right. Thank you. Bradley County Sheriff Tim